So good afternoon and welcome to Thursday, 28th of January 2021. This is Year 3's English recorded lesson, and our objective today is to understand singular and plural nouns. So please pause the video here while you write down the dates and the objective. So we'll start off with the word of the week, which is fluke, and I want to know which sentence uses the word correctly. Is that sentence 1? Or is it sentence 2? Pause the video here while you have a think, and then we'll go through the correct answer. So the correct answer that you should have down is sentence 1. Peter scored 10 out of 10 in his spelling test. He didn't practice, so it must have been a fluke. Remember that a fluke is something that you achieve not through skill, but by sheer luck. So today we're looking at plural. So just pause the video here while you have a read at the slide. Okay, so we're going to have a recap on what a noun is. So we have nouns here. They are classified into a person, a thing, quality or action, and nouns can be both singular and plural. So here we have some examples of some nouns. We have a chair, table, kitchen, flower, and apple. And all of these are singular nouns. If we were to make these into plural, chairs, table, kitchen, flowers, apples, you can see that we would just add an S. So we're going to look at all of the rules to do with changing them from singular to plural. So singular refers to one, e.g. one table, one girl, one doctor, and plural refers to more than one. For example, tables is the plural form of the singular word table. So here are some of the rules. Well, rule number 1 is we can just add an S. This is the most common and straightforward rule to make a plural. We've got bike to bikes, kitchen to kitchens. We need to recap our vowels and consonant knowledge. So we've got our vowels of A, E, I, O, U, and the rest of the letters are our consonants. This helps us with our next rule, which is if the word ends with a Y. So if there is a consonant before the Y, we change the Y to an I and we add ES. And this is done in lady to ladies, baby to babies. But if there is a vowel before the Y, then we just add the S. So here we've got toy to toys and day to days. There's also a rule for words ending with X, a sh, a ch, or a s. So words ending with these, we just add ES. For example, church to churches, fox to foxes, and bush to bushes. Another rule for words ending with F and FE is we change them to a V and we add ES. So leaf becomes leaves, knife becomes knives. There are, of course, some exceptions to the rules, and we can see here that chief just changes to chiefs. We don't get rid of the F and change it to a V. And we've also got some here for roof. Again, just add the S, belief, just add the S, beliefs, chef and chefs, handkerchief and handkerchief. So there are always some exceptions. Here are some irregular plurals. So these words completely change when we make them into plurals, and sometimes they stay exactly the same. So for example, woman becomes women. We have one tooth, but we have 3 teeth. Sheep stays exactly the same. There's one sheep in the field. There are many sheep in the field. Ox, though, changes to another word, oxen. And once again, just like sheep, deer is the same singular and plural. So we can pause the video here and have a go and decide which word fits into the missing box. So we've got 1A, Millie took all the hats out of the box and put them away. Which is the correct spelling of hats? B, Tahir's tooth, teeth started falling out when he was 6, so it's teeth. Okay, Tahir's teeth started falling out. Which is the correct spelling? C, my grandpa loves to eat fresh tomatoes. Tomatoes, yep, plural. So which is the correct spelling? And D, some people say that cats have 9 lives. So which is the correct spelling of life? So pause the video here and just write down the correct spelling. You don't have to write out the whole sentence, just the correct spelling for A, B, C, and D. Okay, so for this one, I just want you to have a think. Again, you don't need to write anything down if you don't want to do. We're just matching up the singular nouns to the plural. So take a look at mouse. On the left-hand side, that's singular. Can you find its plural on the right-hand side? And I can see that it is mice. So just go down the list of the singular, matching them with the plural. Take a look at what happens to the end of the word to make it plural. See if you can remember some of the rules. Okay, so your task today is to write me a list of singular nouns alongside here then the plural version of those nouns, and try not to just use the regular of just adding an S. See if you can find some of those other rules like an X on the end or an F on the end or a Y on the end. So see if you can find a maximum of 15 singular nouns and add the plurals to that. And once you've done that, please take a photograph or upload it onto our Google Classroom or email it to me at callumawson@kirkleeseducation.uk. And thank you for today.